mountain, and I look down it and see a world I was once underneath. I stand on this mountain and I look down. My mind knows more than it once knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Now you're here. You're here. You're there. You're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is love, then no place I'd rather be. And found me singing. Found me singing. I climb down this mountain and I look around just to see that everyone used to be me. I climb down this mountain and I look around, my mind embracing more than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth. Now you're here, you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Found me singing. Found me singing. I once was blind, but now I see the beauty of the world before me. Now you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Now you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. And found me singing. Found me singing. Found me singing. Found me singing.
Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully this doesn't echo in Arctic. I plugged up my fancy mic that Drifty got me from my birthday. So I tested it the other night and it didn't seem like it was echoing, so hopefully it won't echo now.
No echo on my end. At least you've still got yours in one piece. The other day, my cats were running around like banshees and knocked mine off and broke it into two pieces. So I'm going to have to get a new mic.
Oh no. Oh no. You know what? She got me this one for my birthday and then I was at Goodwill. Oh, hell, I don't even know where it is now. Oh, here it is. And I found this one at Goodwill in a bag for $2.99.
Oh, hell, that's like a sore Peter. You can't beat it.
I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to have that. And of course, Craig was like, you have a mic. I was like, but it never hurts to have two. Because what if something happens? And I have headphone issues. So I have these, which is the ones you guys are usually used to me wearing. And then I've got like 6 other pair because I raise gamers. So every time, you know, a new pair of Turtle Beaches or whatever this fancy name is that my mouse pad is, I don't know, it's a green dragon. Sean could tell you what it is. Came out with a new set of headphones. You know, they were like, here, Mom, you can have these. So I kept them. And I'm glad I did now that I do this because I have a plethora of those too, because like this is the third pair that I've went through since I started this. And these are Turtle Beach, and I actually found these at Goodwill for $3. They was like $3.99, and I grabbed them, and I love this set of headphones. And Craig has tried to use them 2 or 3 times. So back when I was working, I got him a pair, and they stay with the PlayStation. So he quit grabbing mine because he's wore my little earpieces off of them. And like I'd go live and I'd get off and I'd be like, what is that? What are these little flakies? And it was where the leather on the earpieces were coming off. So the other night I figured I'd set this all up because I have an issue with like tripods and stuff. I don't know. I love them because you never know when I'm going to go to an event and I need a tripod. So I've got the ones that clip onto like at the table or whatever. And then I've got my big stand, which is where I'm using my big light tonight instead of my little one. And then I actually gave Bethany one of them at the car show. She was like, you don't need it. I was like, girl, I got like 4 of them because I buy these electronic bags for like little and nothing at Goodwill. And I get home and they're like a treasure. You never know what you'll find in there.
I'll tell you what, you find another mic for $3, buy that and I'll pay you for it and you can send it to me.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes out. We haven't been in a while, but the one I like to go to is in Castleberry. And it's a little bit of an upscale community, which I'm not hating against any community, but that Goodwill, like I always find the best electronic deals over there. So I'll definitely keep my eye out for one. If I see one, I'll grab it for you. Let me run through and tell everybody. Hess, we had Arctic in-house first. There's my FarQ. My lovely FarQ, Butterfly Kisses, is in the house. Oh, we got Nicole. How are you doing, honey? Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all you guys do. FarQ says, hit that like button, subscribe, share, notifications so y'all don't miss anything. Comment, welcome into all. Yeah, you're damn internet. I seen you popping in and out.
Yeah, every time I go pull a link or something to drop someone's channel, it kicks me out practically. So
Nightbot should be working. I need to get voices in Nightbot. Mustang 1965, welcome in, love. I need to send you all the commands. That way you've got all the commands in there. Al on the prowl, how are you? Are you not working tonight, honey? Or are you listening and driving to work? It's probably listening and driving to work. All right, so the first one I'm going to bring up, I'm going to do one that's not on the list tonight, and because Nicole is in here with us, I would like to know if they're aware of this girl and if they have a flyer, because I mean, no disrespect to Colorado CBI, but I'm not a fan of their flyers. They're just not eye-catching. And I don't mean any disrespect to anybody that makes flyers, but they're just really not eye-catching at all. Let me pull this up. Share my screen. Entire screen. Is it going to share? Oh, it helps if you click the button, Christy. That probably worked a lot better. Voila! This is a Colorado Bureau of Investigation missing Indigenous persons alert. This is Therese Rodriguez. She was last seen on 9/22/2025 at 14:45. If military serves me correctly, I think that's 2:45 in the afternoon. She was last seen wearing unknown. Infinity Therese Rodriguez, my apologies, was last seen near the 2800 block of South Circle Drive on foot at 14:45, which I believe is 2:45 in the afternoon. At 9/22/2025, her right nostril is pierced and there's mental health concerns. Approach with caution. If seen, call 911 or the Colorado Springs Police Department at 719-444-7000. She is a female, 14 years old, brown hair, brown eyes. 5'1", 150 pounds, and she's indigenous. Okay, so keep in mind, if you pull up this girl, there was a missing report from the summer of last year where her and 2 other juveniles were missing together. This is a new incident of her going missing. And sorry about the web browser, but this is how I pulled it off the CBI's Twitter page. Was they left their web browser in the top of it. They didn't snip it off. Show y'all my... Oh, I want to show this too. This isn't a missing person, but I made this today. Guys know how I am about my Bigfoot. I thought it was cool, so I made this. It says, "Believe in yourself even when nobody else does," and it has the lantern. Wanted to share that with y'all. We do not have a flyer, but I'll make one tonight. Perfect. Thank you, Nicole. You're a rock star. I appreciate you. As far as I seen today, which was earlier today, she was still missing. So, oh, there's Voices making her debut over here on the YT. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, loud and clear.
Sorry, I don't chat much. I'm listening and piss farting. You're fine, Far. I appreciate you being here. I'm surprised you're not with the cats. It's a busy woman right here. It's my Aussie sister. What do you got on there now? Koala bear? Aw, sweet baby.
Sorry it took me so long to get in here, but it wasn't allowing me to enter it says that it was denying my access to my camera, to my mic, everything.
Well, now you've made it through your first trial run.
Yes, I have.
You made it through your first trial run of how to get on there. And it's been a long time since I did it, but there's some way you can tap your little picture thingy, and you can change your bubble to your logo.
Oh, okay.
But
There we
I'm
go, I
not
think.
sure. A
Oh,
koala.
right here we go.
Oh, look. See, I called it. She is with the cats. Stir up a tornado. There's a whole lot of dust in Australia, too. My lord. Y'all done clicked off my damn screen here. At least I ain't kicked myself off the live yet. Let me get back to where I was at over here. So this first case that I want to share with you guys, like I put in the description and on the title, she done kicked herself, is a case that was brought to me by my oldest son. I want to share this case. This is a cold, old case, but I still want to bring attention to her case as well. Don't tell me I've lost this girl's flyer in the midst of all my files. Well, this is what happens when you call yourself organizing your flyers. There's Nicole, Annalie, Sandra. Let me just pull up a new one. I'll do it this way. I have it saved somewhere, but I actually had Kenny's flyer saved. It's kind of frustrating. This is fine, though. We'll just share this. And we're not going to listen to this podcast, but I will put the podcast in the description if anybody does want to listen to the podcast. They can. So this is missing Heather Teague, a young woman abducted in the middle of the day, and despite seeming like an open and shut case, her family is still searching for answers almost 30 years later. So her mother is her biggest advocate. What is really sad is this girl was originally from my hometown. She went missing off the Ohio River. She was sunbathing. A man that lived next door to where she was sunbathing at was using a telescope. I know it sounds creepy, but thank God he was. And he watched her be drugged into the woods by a male. The only thing that was ever recovered was her bikini bottoms. So this is the composite sketches by the gentleman that was the witness to her being abducted. Marvin Ray Dill was his name. This is Newburgh Beach. I hate these that they're so small, guys. I wish I could make them bigger. This is her flyer, one of her flyers. This was not the flyer that I wanted to use, but it's missing. If you have information about Heather Teague, call Kentucky State Police at 270-826-3312. Her date of birth is 4/25 of 72. She's been missing since August the 26th of 1995. She was 23 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is a female. She's Caucasian with brown hair and green eyes. Well, her height and weight's backwards on this flyer. So 62 inches tall and 100 pounds, and she's missing from Spotville, Kentucky, off of a spot where she was sunbathing on the Ohio River. Heather was visiting a Kentucky beach on August 26, 1995, when she was taken against her will from her lounge chair. The only eyewitness was a man watching through a telescope who saw a bearded man wearing a wig with a mosquito net drag Heather into the woods. The abductor was approximately 6 foot tall, 210 to 230 pounds. And then there's a family website, whereisheatherteague.com. This is Chris Bello. It's another picture of him. And then here's another picture of Heather as well. So 3.5 weeks ago at this point, the main suspect in her case, his body was exhumed because this coward took his own life before law enforcement could get to him.
I sent you Kenny's flyer in Messenger if you want to go grab it.
You're impressed. Takes photos from the first days of the search for the missing 23-year-old. Yes, thank you. Because his flyer, I don't know what the hell I did with it. When I saved it, I probably didn't switch folders, and it's somewhere in a folder. Who knows which one? But I like Kenny's flyer a lot better, not only because I can pull it up big on the screen, but because they're so well put together, and it has full body photos on it as well. And I just love Kenny. So I'm probably partial. A wee bit. And I'm hardwired in tonight, so hopefully I won't have any issues. We figured out what was going on with my hardwire. It was unplugged from the box. It's like, well, that would be the reason why I was getting shit signal. Let me remove this from the studio. So this is Kenny, the Aware Foundation. This is his flyer. This is Heather Teague. It is a cold case. Heather Danielle Teague was last seen on August 26, 1995 in Spotsville, Kentucky, sunbathing on Newburgh Beach. A witness saw her through a telescope being dragged into the woods. Her bathing suit bottoms were found in a nearby wooded area. Heather has a noticeable curvature of the spine due to scoliosis. If you have any information on her disappearance, please contact Kentucky State Police at 270-826-3312. 2. And that's her beautiful flower. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't miss the 80s high hair because my mother used to get in there with Aquanet and a brush. And I'm telling you, my hair was scraping the top of the ceiling. I have the same curly mess of hair. Thank you, Arctic. So
It's amazing my lungs aren't held in place by super hold Aquanet as much as my mom used to spray.
My mom, and after we got to be teenagers, she would come in there and she'd say, "Those poor flies. I don't see how they don't get stuck to that door with you two in here." Me, I have an adopted sister. With all the hairspray y'all use.
Hey, back years ago, like if you had a water spot on your ceiling or on the paint, my daddy used to use Aquanet to seal it to keep it from coming through the paint.
Oh, wow. And I see, I never heard about that hack, but I do know that it is the best stuff to use to try to get an ink spot out of clothes.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yes, absolutely.
My mom cried every day for picture school. Hello, Luis. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Man, I'll dig up some old high school photos. I mean, I rocked the mullet. I had a Liberty Mohawk. I don't know if I'll have to see if my sister-in-law still has some. Yeah, like the whole hairstyle thing. Anything to make my mom not fuff my hair up. Just thank you so much, Mustang, for referring. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. You guys are my rock stars. Okay, so this is police signs of missing 23-year-old Heather Teague at the home of Marvin Ray Deal in Poole, Kentucky, September 1st. This is 1995, the Evansville Courier. I'll remember the days of press conferences like this. Kentucky State Police hold a press conference of the abduction of Heather Teague, August 29th, 1995. Look at them Polaroids that they shared at the press conference. This is the beach, and it's the Ohio River, so you're not talking like ocean beach. You're talking about like sand, dirt, and rocks on the Ohio. And being from Paducah, I'm like from a city that the Ohio River runs through. It is a nasty river, and it is a dangerous river. It's one of the most dangerous rivers that there is in this part of the United States. Yeah, no internet back then. They was rocking the Polaroids, weren't they, Mustang? If you would have told me back then that we'd be sitting up here right now and talking to all you guys and talking to Far in Australia, I would have laughed at you and told you was crazy and put my tinfoil hat on. So this was the home of Marty Dill with that old Camaro. This is Tony Burchett from the Kentucky Search Dog Association. KSB Trooper Jerry Critchow began the task of searching 28 acres near the home Marvin Ray Dill in Poole, Kentucky. And it's the Evansville Courier. It's where they were taping it off. Part of the search. Some more of the search. Now, this is his Bronco. Now, this picture is in the evidence. This was taken for evidence. This truck was actually towed from the scene where she went missing from. That is one of the reasons that he was deemed the main suspect. Now, I'm going to show you guys a video here in just a few minutes where her mother does not believe that he's the one who did this. So they have exhumed his body and they're doing DNA testing to see if his DNA matches the DNA that was found in her bikini bottoms, because to this day, she's never been found. Fun fact, Polaroid has its name because long before they made cameras, they made polarized sunglasses. I did not know that. Okay, Chris, thank you for coming in. Arctic is full of information. Lighting the way home. There's our PJ. I'll be seeing you popping up on my TikTok. I'll be seeing all the stuff you be putting out there, girl. Miss you. Love you long time. Let's see. See if Nightbot will play fair. We'll drop PJ's link. I still need to get voices put in there. I haven't sat down at my laptop longer than 30 minutes this week. That should drop her link. Yep. There's PJ's link if you're not subscribed to PJ. She is amazing. Drop Arctic's link. Hopefully Nightbot won't spam the chat like it did the other night. But this is where, you know, they were swabbing for evidence, doing all the things. This is the Ohio River. Horseback searches for her. Line searches. This is a prayer, but they did line searches as well. And then that's the end of that article. I mainly wanted to show it for the photos and to bring context as to where she went missing from and that information as well. So I think this is the one I'm going to pull up first. Hopefully the internet won't glitch us all to pieces. And I had to turn ad block the other night, and so sorry about the ads. Normally I deal with these, but I had to do that.
Tommy, so is new. A major development tonight in the case of a woman who disappeared from Henderson County 3 decades ago. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shelley Kirk.
I'm Brandon Bartlett. 23-year-old Heather Teague disappeared on August 26, 1995. And today, the body of a suspect, Marty Deal, is exhumed from his grave at Fairmont Cemetery in Henderson.
Eyewitness News' Emily Blackmar talked with Teague's mother, who has never given up her quest to find the person who took her daughter, but says it's not Dill.
Heather Teague has been missing for almost 30 years to the day. Kentucky State Police confirmed that Marty Dill's body was exhumed to cross-examine for DNA to DNA found on Heather Teague's swimsuit.
I knew in every being that something was about to break open.
The mother of Heather Teague, Sarah Teague, has continued to search for answers since 1995. When her daughter was abducted while sunbathing on Newport Beach in Henderson County. She was never seen again. No one has ever been arrested.
I just want Heather back. All I want is for somebody to say, this is where Heather Teague is. That's all that matters to me. Our family wants Heather home.
Over the years, Sarah Teague has pushed hard for answers from police. But now she says she has no communication with law enforcement regarding updates with the case, including today's exhumation.
I have no communication. I have no victim's advocate. I have nobody who returns any calls. State police, I try to get messages to them. I get nothing. So this morning, I had to learn from somebody I've never personally met that her dad or husband was a gravedigger, and the FBI had contacted them that Marty Dill's body was being exhumed.
Dill has been considered a suspect since Heather's abduction, but committed suicide before police could question him. Sarah Teague says she's adamant that the DNA from Dill's body will not be a match.
I'm hoping that within 24 hours before 1 o'clock tomorrow, the time that I usually have a service or for Heather, that we will know that Marty Dill's DNA is nowhere to be found in Heather's bathing suit bottoms, and hopefully the person who took Heather will be proclaimed loud and clear this time tomorrow.
Regardless of DNA results, Sarah Teague just wants her daughter back. In Henderson County, Emily Blackmore, Eyewitness News.
And this is where I'm going to chime in, and I'm going to say, trust the family until law enforcement gives you a reason not to. This mother is adamant that this is not the suspect. Could he have possibly been involved? Absolutely, because we're going to see that his vehicle was towed from the scene.
I'm
But
more
that's not
upset than anything that this family had to find out from a third party about the body being examined because law enforcement absolutely has zero contact with them.
And I read in another article that she's actually suing the Kentucky State Police. The mother is. And I 100% stand behind her. Some random person had to reach out to this mama because Kentucky State Police can't put their big girl panties on, do their damn job, and communicate with families. And even today, cases that are current, we're seeing families that have not been assigned a victim's advocate.
I was about to say the same thing. A lot is being going on in Kentucky when it comes to cases like this.
Welcome in, John. Come on. If I get yeeted off the porch, I'll be back, y'all. Okay, there it went. Okay, this is 30 years later, the disappearance of Heather Teague. Heather Teague's disappearance 30 years later. This was August 26, 2025. Well, hopefully it's going to load for us.
And some happenings in this investigation we could have day 4 had Kentucky State Police done their job.
Today marks 30 years since the disappearance of 23-year-old Heather Teague. To this day, her family continues to search for answers to find closure. Thank you for joining us. I'm Robinson Miles.
And I'm Jamie French. Heather Teague was abducted on Newburgh Beach in Henderson County back in 1995.
Our Isaac Calvert joins us after speaking with Heather Teague's mother to find out what drives her and her family to continue searching today. So, Isaac, what can you tell us?
Well, guys, for the last 30 years, Sarah Teague has made it her life's goal to, 1, find out who was involved in her daughter's disappearance, and 2, to bring her daughter back home. Now, on the 30th anniversary of Heather's disappearance, her mother, Sarah, is hopeful she is one step closer to finding both answers and closure. It's a calm Tuesday afternoon on the banks of the Ohio River in Henderson County. But on this day 30 years ago, it was a totally different scene.
She's been gone so long, none of us are the same people, and there's no need of describing how she was then because she
Heather Teague was on Newburgh Beach back in 1995. A man in Newburgh was looking through his telescope when it says he saw a man with bushy hair and a beard grab a sunbathing woman off the beach. Investigators believed that man to be Marty Dill because a Ford Bronco caught on camera near the scene belonged to him, and he fit the description of the suspect. However, Heather's mother, Sarah, says that Dill did not match the description of the man that abducted Heather that fateful night.
There are some irregularities and some happenings in this investigation that makes people say, what in the world really happened? We could have had Heather back on day 4 had Kentucky State Police done their job.
The day before the grim 30-year anniversary of Heather's disappearance, KSP exhumed Dill's body to collect more evidence in this cold case. Now, Sarah is hopeful that they're one step closer to bringing Heather home and finding closure.
It was one of the biggest surprises we've ever had. That Marty Dill's execution was probably the last thing that we ever expected to happen. And we have literally been sitting all day long. I really believe that somebody is going to tell now where Heather is.
Now, as we previously reported, Teague's bathing suit bottoms were sent to a lab in Virginia for testing back in February. KSP exhumed Dill's body to see if any of the DNA matched up to those bathing suit bottoms. Now, Sarah Teague says closure in a case like this is bringing her daughter home after all these years.
Sorry about the audio on that. The audio was horrible on that. I'll read the article, though. The article generally says the same thing.
For the ones who get it done, the most important...
We're not ad again there, bub. Okay. It says Henderson County, Kentucky. On this day in 1995, a 23-year-old Heather Teague was abducted on Newburgh Beach in Harrison County. To this day, the Teague family continues to search for answers. None of us are the same people, said Sarah Teague, the mother of Heather. Sarah has continued to search not just for Heather, but for clues who involved in her disappearance. One witness, Tim Wathall, was looking through his telescope when he says he saw a man with bushy hair and a beard grab a sunbathing woman off the beach. Investigators believe that man to be Marty Dill. The suspect, Dill, because of the Ford Bronco caught on camera near the scene, belonged to him. Plus, he fit the description of the suspect. However, Sarah says that Dill did not match the description of the man that abducted Heather that fateful night. There are some real irregularities and some happenings to this investigation that making people say, what in the world really happened? Dill took his own life a few days after Heather's disappearance, and before he could be arrested. Over the 30 years, Sarah had been critical of Kentucky State Police in their investigation. We could have had Heather back that day if KSP had done their job, said Sarah. As we have previously reported, Heather's bathing suit bottoms were sent to a lab in Virginia for testing in February. On Monday, the body of Marty Dill was exhumed by KSP and to collect DNA for potential evidence. Now, Sarah is hopeful that they are one step closer to finding closure. It was one of the biggest surprises that we had ever had. Marty Dill's examination was probably the last thing ever expected to happen, said Sarah. We have literally been sitting on the phone all day long. I really believe that someone is going to tell us where Heather is. According to Sarah, she still believes that Heather is out there 30 years and is hopeful that one day she'll come home. And of course, that you can see previous coverage. If you click the blue right here, I'll include this link in the description. I did reach out to Heather's mom on Facebook. I did find her. I reached out to her and I invited her to come on the channel, just like I do every family that I run across the case for. Open invitation to come up on the channel and talk about her daughter, because we can sit up here and we can talk for hours, but there's nothing like that impact of having a family come up and tell their loved one's story. Scarlett, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, love. Honored to have you in the chat, my dear. Amazing live last night. I got a phone call and had to pop out. She was driving on Google. I told her not to stop for ice cream without me. So this is not information that you're going to find in an article. And I'm going to put allegedly speculatory in front of this. But with the recent happenings that have recently happened with judges in the state of Kentucky, I am going to put this little piece of nugget in your ear. This came from an inside source that is not her family, that allegedly she had contact with a local judge, and I'm not going to say the county or anything like that, and had advised this judge of her having full knowledge of a human trafficking ring that was going on. Shortly after, she was drug off this beach and hasn't been seen since. Just putting that little nugget out there in your ear. I'm
That's
good,
scary.
love. I hope you're good. And like I said, I'm just putting that little nugget out there with the recent Central Kentucky judge that was shot and killed in his chambers.
Not another one you're talking about.
Just saying. I feel it's important to share that piece of information. Oh wow, if I would have just kept looking and this. There's where I saved the foundation. Damn it.
That's why we gotta be aware of our surroundings at all times. Especially women and children. And young men.
Okay, so if you guys notice the thumbnail, the bottom left-hand corner, there is a TikTok icon. There is a reason there's a TikTok icon. There has been an influx of families that have taken their own loved one's case, their own missing person's case, and took their voice back. These people have chosen to have TikTok as their chosen platform to share their loved ones' cases. Voices is a TikTok personality. She's here on panel. I'll include her TikTok. I'll include any family TikToks that we talk about tonight. And Arctic and mine is in my link tree in the description. Because we are slowly cross-platforming information. Because I've learned over the past few months that there are cases that are on TikTok that are not being spoke about on YouTube. There's cases on Twitter that nobody's talking about on either platform. And I know you guys have listened to me sit up here before and say, I can't do TikTok. I can't do it. I do good to manage this channel, but I put on my big girl panties and I'm going to do my best to try to continue crossing platforms with these cases. The one thing I do like about TikTok is I can go through the changes to make the video for TikTok. If it's under 3 minutes, I can download that video from my TikTok and upload it straight to my YouTube shorts, and I don't have to do 2 different videos. So I'm a big fan of that. Just putting that out there.
Yep, that's what I do. I use the same video for both platforms.
Yep. And you may have one video over there that may blow up, and then you may have one over here that gets 50 views, which I'm not bitching. I don't care about views. It's the eyes that see the post or sees the flyers. So I'm trying to balance both of them. This gentleman is Samuel Easterlin. He's missing out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Scarlett, have you heard of this case? I'll wait for her to answer me. No, ma'am, you haven't. Okay. His mother has been going into rooms of, I guess that's what they're called on TikTok, the TikTok rooms of other missing families and bringing awareness to her son who's missing. She is an absolute doll. She is such a sweetheart. I've talked to her many times privately. She is an absolute doll. So I wanted to feature Samuel tonight. I know I've got a couple of videos up. Arctic, you've covered Samuel, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Voices, you've covered Samuel too, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. I thought all 3 of us had. Now, just putting it out there, Scarlett. If you want to add this to your September missing people, please and thank you, ma'am. She is, his mom and his dad both interact in rooms on TikTok, and they are absolutely heartbroken. They are absolutely heartbroken. And I'm going to share his information as well. So this is Sam Easterling, last seen August 29, 2024, New Orleans, Louisiana. Sam Easterling, who also goes by Sam or Saint. Sammy is a professional photographer. He was last seen on August 29, 2024 at approximately 4:44 a.m. in the Bywater area, leaving Poor Boys Bar. At that time, he was walking alone and wearing a black shirt, camouflage pants with white slides, and black socks. Since that morning, there had been no contact with him, and his family is very concerned as it is out of character for him not to reach out. Anyone who has information about Sam's disappearance is urged to contact New Orleans Police Department or the Missing in America anonymous tip line, which is 1-844-MIA Lost. At the time of his missing, he was 30 years old, light brown shoulder-length hair, 6 foot tall, 150 pounds, may have a mustache, and he has tattoos on his forearm. The New Orleans Police Department's phone number is 504-658-6229. And this is Missing in America, which is Jazz's missing nonprofit group. So I'll leave that up there if anybody wants to screenshot it, grab it. Scarlett says, yes, for sure. I will get the information on the case and get it out by tomorrow night. Thank you, ma'am. You rock my socks off. Okay. I also have an article on him. Missing Sam St. Easterlin, not seen since August 29th in New Orleans. Authorities are asking for the public's help locating a man last night. According to the New Orleans Police Department, Samuel St. Easterlin, 31, was last seen August 29th, leaving a business at 1300 St. Bernard Avenue in New Orleans. He was using crutches due to an ankle injury. Investigators say he has not been heard from since. Anyone with information about Easterling is asked to call Investigative Service Detectives at 504-658-6299. All right. So this shouldn't make me drive around Google. If it does, y'all get your drinks. Make sure everybody pees before we get on here and start driving around Google, because good Lord, where we'll end up with me over here trying to control Google. And it's Google Earth, so it's kind of crazy for a minute, y'all. Okay, so this is the area where he was last seen. Maria Street and St. Bernard Avenue. Yeah, Google driving. I'm telling y'all, we'll end up somewhere in the, will my little man walk around? Let's see if we can put my little man on here. Google driving is fun. So this is the area where he went missing from. And as well as I do, New Orleans is not the most safest, friendliest place in the United States. No hate intended to New Orleans, but it is not the most friendless place. So it's quite concerning. But this is the area. I just wanted to show the area here. But I'll also include this article in the description as well. Because of previous creators that will not be named, I do no longer put those in before the live. I put them in after. Because people call themselves covering cases and doing research when in all reality, they're lazy as hell and they just grab other people's links and go, oh, I'm covering this case. No, you're not. You're using somebody else's research to talk about a case that you don't know anything fucking about. But I've actually interacted with his mom and his dad. So I wanted to bring awareness to his case. And everything happens for a reason that we have Scarlett in chat tonight. You're speaking facts. It's very dangerous down there. Yeah. So, and you guys know how I feel. You're put in a place because that's where you're supposed to be. All right. So the next flyer that I'm going to pull up, and I have invited his family to come up on panel at their leisure whenever they feel like they want to, and I will give them the floor. But this is very concerning. And I mean, no disrespect, but if you're in my bushes and you're a creator and you're a dirtbag and you know you're a dirtbag and you know that I don't like you or I don't approve of what you do, my subtle suggestion to you is if you cover this case, you better do it the right way, or I'm going to be so far in your chat, you'll have to block me from every troll account I can make within the extent of your live. Because I know some of y'all and your little minions like to lurk in my bushes. And I'm not
And
being
I'll be right there backing you up, Mom.
I'm not
You and
being
me both.
but I'm not going to tolerate it. I will absolutely be so far up your ass crack I'll be able to smell what you ate for dinner the night before if you cover this man's case. And you,
This man's case means a lot to me because they were the first family to ever come on my very first live. So they mean a lot to me.
and I myself and Arctic both have interacted with this family, and I'm not talking to anybody that's in this chat. I'm talking to those that don't come in chat, that like to sit out in the dirt and the grass off the front porch and watch. Okay, to the subject at hand here. Let me light me a cigarette because I've got my blood pressure up. If a creator cannot do their own research and cover the case the right way, then they don't need to be doing true crime. Exactly, Scarlett. And that I'm trying to be as respectful as possible with what I'm saying, but I mean every word of it. And they know who they are. And with StreamYard, I can see my numbers go up and I can see them back down and then back up. So I got a pretty good idea who's lurking in the bushes. And the only reason I'm speaking in a negative tone with a missing person on my screen is because I mean what I say and I say what I mean. All right. This is Matthew Spencer. This flyer, some of the information that's on here has been corrected since. So I also have another flyer that I'm going to pull up. This flyer is also from Missing in America Network, Jazz's 501c3 group. Matthew Spencer was driving from California to Houston, Texas, stopping in Las Vegas to visit his sister from August 1st through the 4th. His license plate was captured on Flagstaff, Arizona on August 5th. His last known contact was August 6th at 6 p.m. with his sister. And this is his twin sister. He told her he was in Cloud Cough, New Mexico at 10:54 p.m. He texted that he was driving into the desert. However, his Google location at 11:42 p.m. placed him between Williams and Flagstaff, Arizona. And the following 8/7, his Google account searches included "My car won't start." Matthew is driving a silver or light gray Hyundai Tucson with Washington plates CJM 2235. He is very close to his family and it is highly unusual for him not to contact them. If you have seen Matthew, his vehicle, or know of his whereabouts, please call Flagstaff Police Department or the Missing in America Not Anonymous tip line listed below, which is 1-844-MIA Lost. At the time of his missing, he was 28 years old, 200 pounds, 5'9", brown hair, hazel eyes, wears glasses. He has a Deadpool tattoo, a Darth Vader on his left arm, Mom on his right, and a shark tattoo on his right leg. This vehicle in the bottom right-hand corner of the flyer is the actual photo of his vehicle. Okay, this is an updated timeline. This was also provided by Missing in America Network. Disappeared while driving from Nevada through Arizona and New Mexico, headed to Houston, Texas. Last known location is 8/7/2025 between Williams, Arizona, and Flagstaff, Arizona. August 1st through the 4th, Matthew travels from California to Las Vegas, Nevada to visit his sister. August 5th, Matthew's vehicle license plate is captured in Flagstaff, Arizona through Las Vegas Police Department. At 10:54 p.m., his last text message was received was saying he was driving into the desert in New Mexico. This was his last known contact. But his Google location at 11:42 p.m. shows that he was between Williams and Flagstaff, Arizona. On August the 7th, 2025, searches of Matthew's Google account location shows that he's still between Williams, Arizona, and Flagstaff. The Google searches include, my car won't turn over, my car clicks, where am I, what time is it in Houston. August 13th, 2025, Matthew is officially reported missing. September 1st, 2025, Flagstaff, Arizona is currently actively investigating. And there's his license plate number and an actual photo of his vehicle. As of the 20th of September this month, there was an active search that Missing in America had put together, and Evan is out there helping them. They are planning another search. They're looking for volunteers that are in the area that are willing to either help or that are willing to help distribute flyers for Matthew. He was traveling to Houston, Texas. Did I miss anything, y'all?
No. I do want to call out the Flagstaff police because they are doing probably one of the shittiest jobs I've ever seen of trying to help this family find their missing loved one. He's been missing all this time. They still haven't even tried to get a warrant for Matthew's financial records to see when he last used his debit card. The family had to get into Matthew's Google account to find out where his phone last pinged because law enforcement didn't try to get a warrant to get the phone ping information or anything like that. The family is trying to raise money to hire a private investigator because law enforcement just has really, in my opinion, dropped the ball on this one.
Absolutely, I agree. I don't understand this detective not answering the family's calls. He could at least answer the phone.
Or call them back or send a damn email.
Yeah. I mean, what's it take for you to pick up the phone and dial a number?
But sadly, we see this in so many cases.
And that picture on this flyer is the last picture of Matthew that was taken according to his aunt.
Mm-hmm. And his twin sister, his cousin, his aunt, another family member named Michael. I don't want to misspeak who Michael is. A family member named Madison. Like, they're all hardcore on TikTok at least 3 times a week advocating for Matthew. They just want to know he's okay.
We just had Kara and his aunt on my live.
Mm-hmm. And I'll include their TikToks as well in the description of the video for anybody that does TikTok. I empower you to go over there and follow Princess Randy. It'll be in my description. And when you get that notification that she's alive, go in there and listen to this family. If you see his flyer, please repost it. If you would like a copy of his flyer, reach out to one of us. Be more than happy to get you a flyer. Post it. Because it only takes one person to see his face and to say, oh shit, he's missing.
And also, if you're in that area, if you save this photo to your phone, can't you airdrop it? If you're in a crowd of people or stuff, airdrop his poster. And that way it goes to people's phones.
This is the Flagstaff Police Department's official page. The reason I pulled this up is because this flyer has the map location. And it's important to mention that I feel it's important to mention that law enforcement did not get his location. The family had to turn into investigators, get into his Google, and find his last location. Because it's like pulling teeth to get anybody to help. Okay. I wanted to share Matthew. All right, guys. This one is not in the United States. But I still want to share this little dude because it is absolutely eating at my soul that this little man is missing. Scarlett did cover him last night. We're on day 3 of this little boy missing. This is a missing autistic 5-year-old. His name is Darius McDougall. He is nonverbal. And he is missing from Crow's Nest Pass in Alberta, Canada. So that's his flyer. If you want a copy of his flyer, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will get you a copy of his flyer. This is his cute, sweet little face. The RCMP, which makes my skin crawl just reading that. Missing 5-year-old in the Crow's Nest Pass in Lethbridge. Search continues. Searchers still have hope for a positive outcome as they search for missing 5-year-old Darius McDougall. During 2:30 p.m. update, Adam Kennedy of Alberta Search and Rescue says there is no talk on the ground about any other outcome at this point as the search expands the area. As time goes on, the potential that young Darius may have left the initial search area, so the search area will be continued and be increased and based on the investigation of the RCMP. Any new investigative leads that are obtained, Kennedy says the Sarah management team on site may adjust their tactics to fit new information that comes out as part of the investigation. According to Kennedy, 82 trained search and rescue members are taking part in the search with the support of helicopters, thermal imaging drones, canine teams, and specialized crews for underwater swift water search. He adds that overnight, flashing lights were used to try to draw the 5-year-old out of the bush towards the roadway. RCMP has confirmed that the 5-year-old from Lethbridge has previously advised the community he was autistic. He was last seen at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, y'all, when he with his 6 family members walking near Island Lake Campground. The 5-year-old is alleged to have gone off on his own. Corporal Gina Stanley says that in the point of the investigation, there is no indication of foul play being involved, but at this time, RCMP is keeping the investigation vague. Stanley adds, at this point, even the smallest piece of information can be of use. We investigate all avenues when something like this happens. Of course, some of the family members were with Darius when the last time he was seen, so now we're going to interview them, and we're dealing with children as well. So we have child forensic interviewers that know how to appropriately, Slaney says. All of those things being done, and if you never know, the smallest tidbit of information from one of the family members might be able to assist us with something. Something else that we could look for in regards to this investigation. Slaney says the family is very distraught and besides themselves with concern. A family liaison workers, along with victim services workers at RCMP and Search and Rescue, have been working with the family to support them during this time. She adds that the family also wants to help with the search. So they have been given tasks on scene of the realm of control so they are not interfering with professionals who are searching. During the update, Kennedy shared that the Salvation Army has been providing food to responders, and a nearby Bible camp has used as a spot for searchers to rest. The public is also urged to not attempt to join the search, as it is a hazardous terrain and untrained volunteers risk injury, which divert resources from finding the missing 5-year-old.
That breaks my heart. And
This
there's
was
3
updated.
bodies of water right next to where that campground.
Mm-hmm. This pretty much says the same thing, other than if you have tips, you can contact Crime Stoppers, or there's a website where you can contact as well, and another picture of the cute little baby. Drones, dogs, helicopters, the whole 9 yards. But guys, he's been missing since Sunday. We've shared Darius, just a sweet little face, so sad. I hope he's found soon. Nicole, thank you guys so much for everything you do, and I hope he is too. Like, I really want to hope for a positive outcome, because we've seen these little people missing for days, and then they're found. I can't think of the little boy's name. Oh, Arctic done kicked us off the porch. Arctic, do you remember the name of that little boy that Brandy went to look for? The little blonde-headed boy that wandered away from his home, and they found him like 5 miles away?
I don't, for the life of me. I really don't.
It was several days, and I apologize for not being able to remember his name, guys, but it was several days, and he was a little guy too. He was like 4 years old, and they ended up finding him, and he was safe and okay. He was a little dirty and hungry, but he had wandered, I believe it was 5 miles from his home. These little people, they got energy, and they got the legs to do it. They could be anywhere. Hey, Leslie, love you too.
I sent you Nicole's flyer if you want to put it up on the screen, Mom. It's in Messenger.
Cool. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Nicole. Now, no, I don't mean no disrespect to the officials that make flyers, but they're just not eye-catching. They're really not. They're just not eye-catching. So this is his sweet little face, y'all. And I'm going to grab this flyer. And I'm going to change my photo on the video I put out on TikTok to y'all's flyer.
Mom, could you send that to me too, please?
I sure can. And if you're not following Stolen Spirits, MMIWG, follow them. They are on Facebook. They have a channel on here. Arctic's probably about ready to throw his internet box out the door. They're on here. They're on Facebook. They're on TikTok. Are you guys on Instagram too?
I am.
Hey, Jimmy
I'm
Woods,
about
welcome
to
in.
throw this phone across the room is what I'm about to do.
I'm on
told ya.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and on YouTube.
Oh, that's the wrong. Hang on. I have them in my Nightbot. I took a break and I haven't been over here in so long. I've done forgot my own damn Nightbot commands. Ain't that sad, y'all? Let's see. Stolen. Okay. I was missing the G. Look, Arctic done beat me to it. Oh, you're trying to figure out my night Bert. My nerd Bert. But definitely go check them out. Well, that's not even one. Go check them out. Sub up to them as well. They do amazing work for our missing Indigenous. Phenomenal ladies and gentlemen on their team as well. All right, guys. I have another case I want to share with you. And again, this is a family that I met through TikTok. I was in, you guys know that I usually do TikTok Tuesdays where we cover Vladik. And this guy's name is Dane Elkins. His mom is on TikTok under Kindness Mom. I'll also include her TikTok in the description of the video. And she has launched the kindness. So do something kind for someone. And I think it is a beautiful, amazing thing that she has created to bring awareness for her son. There we go.
I fell off the porch with you, I think.
It's 9:18. It's about that time for my swamp. Well, I usually have this cute little thing to show. I don't know what the hell I did with it, to be honest. Let me see if I can find it.
Did you see that, Arctic? She fell off the porch and took me with her.
For y'all.
I'm telling you, we all be having connection problems tonight.
Where is my front porch? See, I hate they updated StreamYard. I can't get to none of my little funny things that I usually show. It's so frustrating. But StreamYard is the most user-friendly one where I can pull this stuff up without having to switch stages and all that hot mess. Let's see if I can find it. I might have made it on my phone. I'll have all my cute stuff all queued up next time we go live. That way I can show us falling off the porch. Because I don't know where the hell I did with it. Is that it? Is that my chicken? I think that's my chicken. Yep, that's my chicken. I will show this one just because I love her face.
Y'all give my daughter a shout out down in the comments. Hi, Carrie.
Jimmy Woods, welcome in. Carrie, I don't see a Carrie.
That Jimmy Woods is my daughter. She's under her
oh, okay.
old man's account.
Hi, daughter.
About your cable ace award.
Let's talk about butter sausage. Talk about butter sausage, where it comes from, what it does.
Oh,
Why is it
come
doing what
on.
it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about butter Buttered sausage.
Well,
Let's talk about your cable ace award.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does, why is it doing what it's doing. Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not Dan.
Buttered sausage. All right. To the seriousness here. So this is a missing man, Dane Elkins. Dane Elkins was an engineering student and champion symptoms of paranoia before disappearing. His mother believes that he may be living among the homeless. Go behind the headlines. That's not what we want. Why did it? It's because I was sitting in the background. Hang on, y'all. Let me redo this. Come on. I'm ready to throw this damn computer myself. Try this again. Well, hopefully it won't sit here and load forever, y'all. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone.
Hi there, I'm Marnie Hughes in Chicago. I've got a missing case to share with you. This is Dane Elkins. Month was 4 years since Dane vanished. 21 years.
I don't know why, but sometime this time of night's when it wants to start acting crazy. That's why I set the live for a little bit earlier.
At UC Santa Cruz at the time. He's also got a black belt in karate, and he's a racquetball champion. Dane's mom has given us never before seen video of him. This is the day he vanished.
Another thing that the CI does, so they recruit you, right? And if you don't want to do whatever they want you to do, then they kill you.
Dane's mom says he is a funny family guy who loves making music videos with his siblings. She says she started noticing him change during the pandemic. He became reclusive and paranoid. On December 2020, he called his mom and said that he wasn't coming home. His car was then found, his wallet, his cell phone, his computer were all still inside, but there's been no sign of Dane. His mom, Deborah, determined to find out exactly what happened to him and get him home. She's gained a lot of attention and thousands of followers on social media, especially TikTok. People are invested in helping her. One person saying, I really hope you find him. I think about him often. Someone else posting, I am in Santa Cruz every weekend, so I'll search. If you've got information that can help in the search for Dane Elkins, contact the Los Angeles Police Department. Dane is 5'11", about 170 pounds, green eyes, and brown hair.
Okay, so I'm going to add a little piece of information to that. So his mom has requested that if you think you see Dane, nonchalantly take a picture of him and send it to her. She has the kindness campaign where she empowers people to do something kind. And I think that that is an amazing campaign to have in honor of Dane. He was suffering from paranoia. So you don't want to approach him and say, hey, are you Dane? Because he may flee from you. But if you nonchalantly snap a photo and send it to his mom, who can be found on TikTok, and I'll include her TikTok in the description, she will make sure that the photo gets to the proper resources. And that is all the cases that I had to share tonight. We haven't done a Where Are They Wednesday in a long time. And me and Arctic were talking the other night, and I told him, I said, we need to do a missing live. Because I haven't done one. And I'm trying to get back in my groove of doing the things. If all is possible, this Friday, I will not be doing a Not Forgotten Friday. I do have a scheduled interview on Friday that I'm super excited about. And I am super honored to be able to have a special guest Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to have an amazing guest on panel. And I am truly honored to have them up. I will be having the founder of Peace River Canine Search and Rescue here out of Florida on panel. They have dogs, horses, dive gear. They do all the damn things when it comes to missing people. They travel all over the United States to help with missing people. But they have somebody that no other missing group that I know of has. And that's Splash. Splash is a search and rescue otter. So Mike's going to come up and he's going to tell us all about their organization. And he's going to tell us about Splash. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get to see Splash and meet Splash. And hopefully sometime in the near future, I'm actually going to go and do a meet and greet with Splash. He is trained search and rescue, and he's cadaver trained. So I think it's really interesting to have him be able to come up and tell us about Splash's training and what Splash does. He is worldwide famous now for being a search otter. Their organization is 100% funded through donations. They have a fundraiser that I have already got in the description on the live that's set up. So go in, hit the bell, put in the chat, do all the things, set a reminder to be here Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to have to shut down their organization in November. If they're not able to raise the funds that they need to pay the bill. It's a tax bill. And when I saw that post, I immediately reached out to Mike and I said, hey, I don't have a huge platform on YouTube by any means compared to some of these people. But I do have a phenomenal community that if they can't help, they will share the link. Because this group helps so many families. And they not only help families, they do training. And they train.
Do we know how much they need to raise in order to save their organization?
I don't know off the top of my head, Arctic. Let me see if I can pull it up.
If you can send me their information, I'll be more than glad to make a video and put it on Facebook and stuff.
Let me see if he put the dollar amount on there. My Twitter be off the chain, y'all. I get so many damn notifications. Annual Haro. Here they are. Here, I'm gonna pull this up like this. Thank you, Nicole, for coming in. You're a rock star. Appreciate you having you here, love. Okay. This is from 2 years ago. This is missing in Florida. I actually met this group. This is not their group. I actually met this group in at CrimeCon. I have their sticker on my laptop. If y'all saw my laptop, I swear it's covered in stickers from different places. This is one of their canines. This is a video that he did today, and this shows some of their team. And see, our all volunteer teams make sure we have the resources to get the job done. From our canines to our equine teams, trained both in live find and recovery, to our Eyes of Sky teams in the water, we cover it all. Join by donating from $10 to $500 through Luis Gloria Flitzer Philanthropy. I can't say that word. Trust, and your donation will be matched one by one. So if you donate $50, donations to 100 support saving lives and efforts. And this is, it's kind of grainy, but this is a video of Mike and Splash.
What you do?
You can see him back here. It's a sweet boy. Look at that face. I just want to snuggle him. Snuggle him.
You got a big day today.
Him is the sweetest snuggle bug.
Coming to visit with you. Yeah, like this.
Now it makes me want an otter.
Girl, don't be giving me ideas.
This is their TikTok. But he has been always like look at this. This is an Asian. He is an Asian small-clawed otter. This is a picture of Splash and Mike at an event. This was in Orlando about 2 months ago, I think, is when they had this.
Look how adorable.
But he is the cutest. He is. Oh my God, he's so cute. He is adorable. But he has been featured all over the place.
This is my first time ever hearing about him.
Yep. Yeah, and here I use this for my thumbnail because he's just too friggin' cute. He's just friggin' adorable. And he's a little chunker.
Oh.
And he's a snuggle baby. But he knows that when he puts his harness on, he's at work. And he's been sent training on cadaver. I mean, we don't want anybody to be a cadaver, but just for sake of the fact that that's one thing that he does underwater searches. I was looking for a certain video. I don't want to share too much of the goods tonight because I really want to show it with Mike up here. This says, I'll be brutally honest. Peace River Search and Rescue is a major fundraiser. Our insurance bill has doubled and we have never filed a claim. If we don't make the payment by December, we'll be forced to shut down. If you can help us, please go to this link, and that link's in the description on the video. I'll drop it in the chat, so it's on this video too, since we're talking about them. And this is where you can make a donation. And then this shows paws, hooves, and waves. Together we can make a difference. And that's where they use horses, the otters, and dogs all to help search for people. And they are a great group of people. I mean, I can reach out to Mike And if it's outside of his realm, or if they're already traveling, helping another family, within seconds, he's sending me links and contact informations for other search groups that are in the areas where the person's missing from. He's adorable, isn't he? But I just think it's so cool that they were able to train an otter to help search for people. And I know there's a lot of people that have questions, especially if you're new, to the missing community, or even if you're not new. Hell, we learn every day different little tidbits of information about how search dogs work, or how, search teams and how they put things together, how trainings are done, or the best breeds, or whatever the case may be. So I thought it would be really interesting to have him come up on panel and talk about what he does and what his organization does. And also, in the meantime, see if we can't help push out their fundraiser to help them not shut down, because that would be heartbreaking if they have to shut down.
We really need to know an amount that needs to be raised so
Yeah,
we can try to
I'll get
push
with
it out
Mike.
there. That would be nice to know. That way we can push it out there and try to get these funds raised for them. I'd love to be able to help them get the funds raised.
I'll get with Mike and get a dollar amount from him, and I'll let everybody know. Isn't he the cutest, Louise? Just want to love him. I just want to snuggle him. He's so cute, little chunker.
You say they got TikTok too?
They have a YouTube channel. He doesn't have very many subs over here, though. He's mainly, his main platform that they use is Twitter.
Okay. Well, my issue there, I'm still trying to get into mine.
Yeah. Every time Arctic gets in his, they throw him in Twitter jail.
Oh, I just finally said, forget it. If I need the information from Twitter, I'll just send you a message.
I got you. Thank you, Mustang, for being here. Well, did you guys have anything to add tonight?
No, I think we covered everything pretty thoroughly tonight.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate both of you coming up and voices. I hope you enjoyed your debut to the YT Live.
I loved it. Thank you for letting me come up.
Thank you for being here. And
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to try to get back to doing my Where Are They Wednesday, and Not Forgotten Fridays. And then me and Arctic were talking about it. We're going to do a decompression sometime really soon. Like, I am in need of a decompression live. If you've never been to decompression live before, we sit here, we laugh, we joke, I pull up funny videos. We try our best to stay away from true crime. If there is an Amber Alert, those take precedence over everything.
Oh yes, absolutely. And that's what I do. As soon as it comes an Amber Alert, them videos is going up on my end. So yeah, I think we do, because this week's really been a hectic week on us, and you know it. And I've been right there with you guys, and I appreciate y'all both so much for letting me be here, letting me work with you guys. Y'all are amazing.
Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate Arctic for sending me a live one night and said, "Hey, come join this live." And then bam, I was there.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Y'all just don't know what you both mean to me, or y'all are family now. And I appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you, Scarlett. I'm working on getting the information in Samuel's case now. I'll go over it tomorrow night. You're awesome. Thank you, Far. Love you too, girl. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Paula, look at you. You're going to have to catch it on the replay crew. We about to wrap it up. All right, guys. Arctic, you got anything you want to end out with?
You know, if you see someone out on the street, you never know what they're going through in their life. Just be kind to one another out there. Smile, say some kind words. It may make all the difference in that person's day.
And just remember, no tip is ever too small.
And you guys know, if you see something, say something. It takes a village to raise a child. We never give up. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.